Hey, so another character that we will be getting for the next coming event is Twins FR. So Lann and Reynn, and whether you should use it as main or echoes, I would say both. The FR is actually really decent in sense. Um, so first of all, they are conditioned, right? The condition is quite generic, but it can be quite annoying as well because it needs you to do HP damage, multi-target HP damage on the enemy. So if the enemy have a shield on, you cannot do HP damage, then you cannot fulfill their condition, right? And if you are fighting against a single target, then you cannot fulfill the condition. And if you are bringing characters that has mostly single target damage, then they are not suitable for Twins FR as well. So I find it a little bit limiting in that sense, but if you like bring most of the character, because nearly everyone has AoE attack, either through splash or either through split attack or full damage attack, so those will meet the condition. Another condition is they need 2 elements, so that can be quite difficult. Like if you're using character like Neon is fire, you can't enchant her with another element, so they will never be able to fulfill Lann and Reynn's FR condition. But if you are using characters like Garnet, then she already have 2 elements, so easily achieve Twins FR condition. What else? So if like you are using Redia, for example, who does water element, but don't worry because we have Lulu LDCA. Lulu's LDCA basically enchant through fire, so it stacks it up. So if you have water, now you have water and fire, and that will fulfill Twins condition, but obviously for a limited time. And if you bring Neon, who also have true enchant, as long as she's not turn hogging, but she's a turn hogging character, so it's kind of difficult to use her anyway in this context. So I would recommend Lulu LDCA if you are using elemental units and you are using Lann and Reynn's FRS main. So the only reason why you want to use their FRS main is because they have 50% HP damage limit up. So at this point, I'm not sure who else that have a generic up to 70% HP damage bonus per turn and has that 50% HP damage limit up. And to me, they are worthy enough in that sense to bring them into the main party to just use their FR as the main FR. Then you can do whatever you want, then enter a character's BT phase, where that is the like overall 80 or 90% of your total party damage is from that. So I give their score a 4/5. And regarding their BT, do you need them? Yes, because if I'm bringing them for the FR 50% HP damage limit up, which a lot of other characters that has a BT already grants the party with 30% HP damage limit up. And if Twin doesn't have a BT, then they doesn't provide even more HP damage limit up, then there's no point to bring them, because at this point their damage is okay but not the best. You might want to use them as enchant, but what's the point of enchanting 5 element when most of the time we have the call to enchant 1 or 2 and it's already enough for a fight? So in that case, you definitely want their BT. So their BT, they grant 20% HP damage limit up against single target, and that's horrible, and their damage is also horrible against single target, so do not bring them against single target fights. But against 2 enemy, that's already 40% and is higher than the usual 30%. So even against 2 enemy, I would actually bring in Twin if I actually get their BT. So against 3 enemy, then no reason to dispute because it is 60% and that's really huge at this moment. The highest is also 60% from Kurasame, but that's including Kurasame's high armor. So Lann and Reynn 60% plus 50% from their FR, and that's total of 110%. So that's actually crazy. And for themselves, additional increase by 10, 20, or 30% respectively. So if you are looking into the total HP damage limit up, Lann and Reynn gain from their own BT, and their FR that's up to 140%. But apart from that, they don't do anything else, so I give them a score of 3.5. So Twins kit, now they are mainly a AoE DPS before, but now they did not really get an upgrade on their kit, as in rework. They still do low HP dump across their attack, so I believe that is to compensate from the extremely high HP damage limit up that they get. But honestly, it is not enough for them to be considered as a top tier DPS unit. So I would kind of consider them like kind of like a support DPS, where they help boost the entire party's total damage output for the main DPS unit, not for themselves. Okay, and another is that they are an enchanter, enchanting 5 different elements. So to use Twin, I wouldn't really bring them anymore as a DPS, but they provide massive boost to another DPS unit, so that is the ultimate function. But do know that because they are not a support technically, so they don't provide aura to the party. So if you want your main DPS to deal max HP attacks, then you have to bring an aura bot. So what is the point if you have Twin boosting up your HP damage limit up and then you cannot hit it, right? So it's pointless in that sense. So do bring an aura bot together to capitalize on that HP damage limit up and hitting cap. So if you insist and you want to use them, their BT phase, like you can use it to build up the HP damage bonus, because they themselves will definitely be able to get the full 70%. So, and you want to squeeze out as much damage, so my recommended BT phase is S1, S2, EX to get a free... I'm sorry, I forgot. EX give them a free ability, so it's like S1, EX, then S2, S2, or you can go S2, EX, S1, S1, then you go for their FR, and finally with LD. So the LD does a lot of damage. It's a 4 HP dump attack twice, so that's 8 HP dumps times 2, that's 16. So with the HP damage limit up that they have, 16 HP dump is a lot. Okay, and since they also have instant turn FR, they can also combo with Pain to have like over 10 turns after you have set up everything. But would I consider them a nuke? Not really. So their FR instant turn is only 4 HP dump and they do not have follow-up attack, so not technically a nuke. And when to use Twin? So if enemy has no shield or is not single target, then at least you are doing HP attack against them. So that is when I will bring Twins. And if you need a generic FR, especially that can increase the HP damage limit, then bring Twin, right? But anyway, overall I give them a score of 7, because right after Twin we will be getting Core, and if you bring Core, because the whole point of having Twin is like I mentioned, is a DPS support to increase the total damage of the party. You can bring Core, and with Core off turn offensive attack, Core will probably do more damage when you add everything up together. So just take into this scenario. So let's say Lann and Reynn increases the HP damage limit by 90%. So that's about 90,000 damage per HP dumps that anyone does. So if a character has, let's say, average about 10 HP dumps, and with Lann and Reynn, so that's additional 900 damage that they are providing to the party. But Core does a follow-up that has 4 HP dumps, and assuming if each HP dump is 200,000 damage, that's already 800,000. And don't forget that Core also will be coming with a BT also have that generic 30% HP damage limit up from most of the BT now, and if I'm not mistaken, his armor probably have 5 or 10% HP damage limit up as well. So when you add that up together, then that's another 300 to 400,000 damage. So 900 from Twin, 1.2 million or 1.1 to 1.2 million from Core. So overall, in the end, Core will prevail over Lann and Reynn. So similar to Noctis and Leo, like 30%, 300,000, 4 HP dump, 800,000. So that's easily 1.1 million. But then again, if the character has a lot of HP dumps, like let's say you are using Baltier LD that has 20 HP dumps, then what Twin will provide is 900,000 twice, 1.8 million. So if you bring Noctis in, then that's 300, 600,000, and then with all the follow-up, it probably similar, or in fact Twin actually does better than Core right now, and especially against 3 target. So Twin is really good in that form of party setup. Okay, so I'm actually really looking forward. I really want both of their BT, but I do not have both of them, as in Twin and Baltier, so I kind of like have to choose. So I choose Baltier over Twins, but I do hope to get lucky with maybe one of the free pool that I get the BT early for Baltier. Then maybe I was like, if I don't get Baltier or Twin FR, but I get Baltier's BT already, I will switch over to Twins banner and actually jam that banner. Okay, so anyway, good luck to anyone that's pulling. I hope your pull goes well, and thank you for watching this video. Bye bye.